So guys, I'm finally gonna do something which you've all been telling me to do for absolutely ages. Welcome back everyone to Create Dinosaurs, episode number 49, where that is right, we're finally doing something which has been in almost every single video's comment section. Like, I would be putting screenshots up on the screen right now if it weren't for the fact that, like, there are way too many of them. But I'm finally gonna do it. You've all asked for it. I'm going to do it finally. The amazing project which we're all doing today is not the T-Rex. We're actually doing something else. We're feeding my dinosaurs finally. Because on pretty much every single video of this series, I've always had one comment which normally goes something like this. You haven't fed your dinosaurs. They are going to die. Feed your dinosaurs. And guys, my response to that is no, that is fair. I am quite a bad park owner, honestly. So how about, you know, we finally do it. Let's go and feed the dinosaurs. And we can start off with the herbivores, because that's probably going to be the quickest. Now, to feed all of the dinosaurs, we are going to need something called a feeder, and I do definitely have some of these. I just don't have many. So let's see. It's 5 bits of stone, a bucket, some iron, and some glass. Okay, and also hummingbird feeder is not related to what we need. So I've got the stone, I've got the iron, and I have plenty of glass. There is no shortage of that here. So I think I am literally just going to make a full stack of these because I might as well. So it's the iron, it's the glass, then a bit of iron, then where's my buttons? They are there. Because yeah, at the end of the day, these aren't actually that expensive once you have an iron farm and everything. So there we go. We've got a stack of feeders. And for the herbivores, of course, we're going to need a whole bunch of vegetable. Okay, well, can we bone meal that? No. Okay, so this is not at all what it is meant for and stuff, but I'm pretty sure in our bio-goo farm, of course, don't we have a bunch of wheat? And we do. Okay. And right, so I'm pretty sure our only herbivores are the ones in here. Now, you guys, I can probably... Oh, that probably just broke so much food which was already in there. What I was going to say, though, is I can probably pick a nice good spot for all of these. But also, I'm wondering, can we maybe decorate them a bit more or something? Because I feel like right now, we've just gone and chucked a bunch of feeders on the ground in some of the enclosures, but it doesn't look that good, and I'm just wondering, like, can I make it better? Or is there a chance that they're not going to be able to pathfind to the feeders if I try and put them in a nice decorative area? Because, for example, I would love to go and put a feeder up in the trees or something, because, of course, it mimics where the Brachiosaurus would actually be eating, but the issue with that is then I don't know if it can actually eat from it. And I mean, it also makes it a pain to restock, but, like, I'm not gonna worry about that. So, okay, decorations can be an afterthought. For now, let's just go and put one here. And right, I need to go and get a bunch of stuff out of this backpack now. And first of all, can I actually use seeds? I can. Okay, that's good. And you may have seen on the ones over there, there was actually a hopper attached, and that is just because then I can go and chuck a bunch of stuff in here and walk off for a bit. And I think I'll fill this one up to the yellow at least, and then we'll probably do the same on one over here. And I'm gonna try and decorate this one, because even if it doesn't work, at least then there's one over there that they can use. Or at least I'm pretty sure that they can use that one. So let's see, what could I do for, like, a feeder down on the ground here, given the fact that there is a Parasaurolophus somewhere in that enclosure, and that's probably what would use it the most. I feel like we need something that would look good with it, and I've got an idea, actually. So I want to make some fir wood fences, and then I think spruce would be good. Have I got spruce wood anywhere? Come on, surely I have some spruce wood somewhere. I've always got spruce wood. There we go. I'm gonna need 8 of these trapdoors, and then, actually, I think I would like to get a bunch of hay bales. And my idea with this is maybe if we put the logs just here in the corner, or sorry, the fences, then we can put some hay bales around it. And then, of course, I need the trapdoors to go on here. And then we can go and put the feeder in the middle. How does that look? kind of bad, I will admit. What if I put some extra hay bales around it, maybe, or something? Does that work? Nope, that just makes it look worse. I mean, I could try piling up the hay bales on top or something. Let's see, how does that look? I mean, it just kind of looks like a pile of hay, which I guess it is. If you can't tell what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to get the idea of, like, there's just a platform here that you put all of the food on, and of course it's got some spare stuff underneath. I wonder, is there anything else that looks like a food block, maybe? Just checking, there's no, like, blocks of potato or something? Oh, wait, I've got an idea. What if I put some signs around the edge or something, just to make it look a little bit more structural? And also, that might actually look quite good with the hay or something, because if you didn't know, some of these sort of feeders which I'm thinking of that you get in actual zoos, rather than just having all of the stuff piled up, it does tend to be like it's just sort of poking out of holes. I have no idea if this is making sense, but if we put some signs around it, it might look a bit more like that, like it's actually all poking out of holes and the dinosaurs sort of stick their snouts in and like grab it out. Okay, and now I'm on the question of, do I have any dark oak wood? Yep, there we go. So let's see, if I just go and dot this all around the outside, that looks better. I kind of like that in a weird way. Maybe that's just me. Maybe you guys hate this. But I kind of like the way that looks and stuff. And once again, I think I'm just gonna temporarily stick a hopper on top. And we're gonna go ahead and fill this one up too. Okay, and our first one's actually filled up quite a bit and stuff. It's at 6,000, so it's most of the way there. I wonder if I can fill that up then. I feel like I might have enough to do that, you know? And there we go. Look at that. That is now full. And who says that I don't feed my dinosaurs? Did you hear that? One of them ate from it. Okay, so this one does work. That's good. I do notice that the number didn't go down. Oh, but actually, of course, it's also got a bunch of spare seeds in there right now, so it's probably just gonna fill up for a while as well. Okay, and back over to this one. That is a 2,500. Okay, not the best right now. And also, as much as I am using wheat in this, I would like to not run out of it, because the thing is, we are going to also need to feed the carnivores today. And of course, to feed the carnivores, I'm gonna need to feed some herbivores first of a certain mooing variety. For now though, let's just wait for this one to fill up. Okay, and there we go. That is feeder number 2 for the herbivores done. So I can go ahead and remove this hopper, and I'm gonna hope that they can eat from this. I'm not entirely sure if they will be able to, because of course it is surrounded on 4 sides. And I mean, 2 of those sides are transparent, but like, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work. So I might just need to come back and check on this in future, but for now, the carnivores. Now, the carnivores are going to be much more of an issue to feed because, well, as I mentioned, we do, of course, need to actually feed a bunch of cows first, kill the cows, and then use the meat. Which means I'm also not going to be able to feed these guys very quickly because, to put it simply, I can't breed the cows too far. However, I do think that I've got a fun idea for this feeder and stuff. So obviously we've got this feeder sat here and stuff, which is almost empty. Okay, but of course the Spinosaurus right here, what's your name again? I think you're called Waffle. You live in this enclosure right here, and you spend the majority of your time in this river. So of course, since you spend your time in the river, surely I can put your feeder in the river with you. Is that not something I can do? Are you planning on killing that chicken, Waffle? Because you are looking at it quite intent right now. Yeah, you're following it. You're trying to kill it, aren't you? But my idea for this feeder, since we're going to put it in the water, what if I attach it to the bottom, kind of like it's floating with a chain? I feel like this is a really fun idea. Now, it is also probably going to look a bit like a sea mine or something, which could be a bit strange for all of the guests coming into the park. But in my own personal opinion, this is too cool of an idea to turn down. So I think I'm gonna bring it up to just 1 block below the water surface because I want to be able to stand on it. So hold on, I need to remove these 2 top chains and then put the feeder there. And now I can stand on it. And of course, if I've got any meat, then I can go and put it in here. I mean, I could do it. Oh, and by the looks of it, you've just gone and killed some fish. Wait, do the fish work in here? I didn't think about that, actually. You've got a vegetable feeder and you've got a meat feeder. You haven't got, like, a piscivore feeder or something. I guess that works. Okay, so if they eat fish, we can just give them meat in a feeder. That's good to know. But okay, so with that feeder in place, unfortunately, we're gonna need to go and kill some cows. So, right, okay, I'm pretty sure I bred as many cows as I could there. Let's see, how much meat is that going to get us? It's all going to come up this conveyor belt. And we have got 23. Okay, I'm going to be honest, that is not that good. That's going to take a long time to fill up the feeder, surely. I mean, like, think about it. It took, like, 5 stacks of seeds or something to get halfway with the, like, vegetable feeder. So what's it gonna be like with meat? Oh, but actually, this does bring up a question as well. Is cooked meat going to be better than raw meat? Oh, but I think our feeder is working, because look at this. Waffle sat over by... It does work. Okay, at least I know that one of these is working. And right, okay, so you've just emptied it out, which is convenient. So, raw beef will give it 21, and a cooked steak will get it to 77. Okay, we're cooking this. But I mean, even with this being cooked, it's still not the best. I mean, this is still gonna take a long time to fill it up. So, I mean, like, have I got any spare meat or something? Because, I mean, like, I don't want to feed the dinosaurs to him, really, and stuff. I do have Mosasaurus. I have got a Mosasaurus already. I don't need more. Plus, think about it. You're a dinosaur. It's an honorable way to go. So there we go. That is our 21 steak cooked. And now we're going to cook some Mosasaurus meat. Oh gosh, this is messed up. You gotta admit though, it does look kinda tasty. I do wanna try that. And yeah, this is definitely filling up quickly with the cooked meat, so that is a good idea. Ow! Oh my gosh, you scared me. I thought that that was the Spinosaurus attacking me. No, go away. I wonder though, like, what else could go in here? Because you're not the only carnivore as well. I mean, we've got the Mosasaurus and we've got like 7 dinosaurs in the aviary. Not to mention the Therizinosaurus, but at least that eats vegetable. Would bones work? Can I put a bone in there? No, I can't. Can I put a dinosaur bone in there? I can't. I mean, what else do dinosaurs eat? Do you eat anything that I can go and farm easily? Not really. Wait a second, what about eggs? Would eggs work? Because of course, like, you do get some dinosaurs which do eat eggs or something. There is a name for it, and I can't remember it. But there's a lot of dinosaurs which do eat eggs, and the thing is, I wouldn't have assumed this if it weren't for the fact that meat and fish tend to go in the same slot here. So does that mean that an egg does as well? I've got one in my inventory. Oh my gosh, this is gonna save me so much time. Are there any eggs left over in here? There's not, but there is some chicken. Okay, that helps. But I know exactly where there's going to be a bunch of eggs. It's my BioGoo farm. Did you think I was gonna say dinosaur DNA chest? Dude, what is wrong with you? Okay, and I'm actually gonna make a chest for this one, just because, of course, eggs don't stack as much like everything else. They only go up to 16. But if I go and fill up this chest, hopefully we're going to actually, like, fill this up with food. I don't know how much the eggs do. It doesn't seem to be much. So they're not worth much, but of course we do have a lot of them, and I can restock them quite quickly. Okay, so the chest has just run out, and this has only just reached 5,000, so I'm probably gonna need to come back and restock this a couple times. But to be fair, that's not too bad considering how farmable eggs are. But what I'm wondering now as well, since we have one of these feeders in the water, I mean, the Spinosaurus can go on land. He's just a little bit shy, you know, good old Waffle. He's a tiny bit camera shy. But it has given me the thought, could I do another one of those little decorated feeders on the surface here? You know, just like that one, but with meat. And I know that, of course, a meat block doesn't exist and stuff, but could I maybe find something similar? Like, I don't know, Crimsite could maybe work. Oh, or even stripped cherry wood. So, I mean, you know, just like that, and a little bit like this. We'll put the feeder on top, and maybe just replace one or two of these. Do all of the signs around the outside, and then go and strip it all. Perfect. It is exactly what I was hoping it would look like. I think it will look better once there's at least just a little bit of meat in there. There we go. Now it's got the meat texture on that too. We've just got a massive pile of meat here. Oh, if only there was like a red grass color I could put here or something, as if it's just leaking blood. That might be a bit too much. But look at that. We've now got a meat feeder in the Spinosaurus enclosure. Yay! If only someone were to do the same for the Mosasaurus. So, like, do you ever wonder about your mental stability? Because, like, I'm not saying it's weird to make a floating underwater meat cage, but I am saying I haven't seen anyone else do it. Like, you know, just saying. I don't think anyone else has quite made something this disgusting. And, you know, same as always, just stocking it up with food. So, okay, we've got the Mosasaurus done, the Spinosaurus done, and the large herbivores done. Now, I think the only other feeder which requires significant attention is probably the Pterosaur. Because number one, of course, they're flying, and number two, we don't need to put too much focus on the Therizinosaurus one, because it's just another herbivore. It's probably gonna look like this again. Maybe we could make one, like, hanging from the trees for it or something, but then it's just gonna be a hanging version of that. So I don't think either of those for the Therizinosaurus require that much attention, but the aviary is definitely its own concern. Because also, of course, any feeder which I go and put up there, I do need to be able to access in future. And of course, it also comes into question here, do we put it, like, centralized? Is it going to... I forgot I left a bed up there. Is it gonna go right in the middle, or is it gonna hang off of one of these pillars? Because also, to be fair, I've still never really decided where people are going to view the aviary from. Like, the aviary is currently here, but, like, there's no guest access to it yet. Everywhere else has a path and a viewing station, but we get to the aviary and it just kind of disconnects. It's just an ominous orb in the distance. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure where to put a feeder. I'm feeling like hanging off of this pillar, because also this is where there's a massive open space. Like, we could put it in the center, but there's a massive tree here. We could put it to the sides, but then it's kind of going to feel unbalanced. We could maybe put a single underwater feeder here or something, like what we did with the Spinosaurus. That could work, because I think several of these dinosaurs live on the cliffs and stuff. But I think for the main feeder, which I want to have hanging, it's gonna go here. Ooh, and I think I know how we're going to make it accessible. We're gonna put a massive ladder going all the way up one of these pillars. Which, to be honest, I'm surprised I haven't done sooner, because this is actually a fairly useful thing. Of course, there's still one of you alive. Now, I am gonna line this up from underneath rather than digging through the top, and I feel like right here, this feels like a nice distance from everything, so let's see what height feels like it would be good as well. Maybe around this height or something, because, like, I mean, it feels quite close on this end, but, like, we need it to be open on these sides at least. And if we go up too high, then it's going to be too close to the ceiling, and of course, none of our guests are going to be able to see it. So actually, I think down just by one block, and then, yeah, the platform's going to go here. And we're actually going to use some mangrove for this, not the mangrove that you're used to in Minecraft, because this is actually in a version which doesn't have that. But this is from the Biomes You'll Go, but I just think that, like, the white color of it honestly works quite well. And let's see, rounding off the corners, maybe? Yeah, that seems like a good decision. Okay, and then we can put that there. And then I've actually got some andesite scaffolding as well, which I'm going to put up to the ceiling, and that's going to be our way of, like, restocking this in future. Now, I'm fairly sure that the dinosaurs can't get out of this, but, like, we'll just hope not. And then, of course, whilst we can go and put a bunch of decorative food, we do actually need to put a real functional feeder, and I think that's gonna go on this side, because this is the most accessible point, I think, because you can get to it from these 3 sides here, and it's also just nice and central. And then we can just go and scatter some of this around, and it's gonna look really weird up until we strip it. Oh my gosh, the dinosaurs are already here. They're already here for the food. Look, it's not even real yet. Oh my gosh, really? That was a really nice axe. Okay, so there we go. Just a massive pile of meat on the Pterosaur platform. Now, I do feel like this needs some railings. I just don't know what to use for those, because the thing is, andesite ladders can't go by themselves. Whoa. Ow. Okay, so I'm back with some andesite bars. What did you just eat? I'm back with some andesite bars, and I've had a thought. What if I do actually put the feeder on all 4 sides? I'm gonna skip this side just because there's a bit of meat there, but then, like, I can do it on these 3. And I think it might just look a little bit nicer or something. It looks a bit structural, whilst also, of course, providing that function as well. Ow. 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 There we go. I like the way this looks. I mean, I should probably take a look at it in Freecam from down here. Yeah. I think, though, of course, it does need some structure still in the form of some chains. Do I have enough iron for this? Is this going to be too much? I feel like it might be more than I want. I think the corner blocks like that look good. Ow. Okay, there we go. I just about had enough iron to make some more chains, and I think this looks really good. So there we go. That's the aviary feeder done. I think the last one that we need to do is the Therizinosaurus, which will hopefully not be too bad, actually. Oh, really? Again? Oh, Patricia. Patricia, why? Why would you do that? Right, now I've got to go and retrieve a body. Patricia? Patricia, where are you? Or I guess, where's your corpse? It'll be somewhere around here. I've only got 5 minutes to pick you up. Patricia? Anywhere? Patricia? I mean, there's a dead zombie here. Any dinosaur remains at all? Oh, this looks like it down here. Yep, that's a pile of bones. No meat, though. Why didn't it drop any meat? Come on, Patricia, drop some meat. Then I could have bloody used you in the feeders. Right, well, Patricia, you can go back in here with Robert and everything, just like, the previous one. So, Therizinosaurus Feeder, guys, yeah. Go work on that, shall we? Let's ignore the situation. But, okay, so with the Therizinosaurus Feeder, I know I said I wasn't going to put too much focus on it. However, I've had a bit of a thought, and now I do want to focus on it. So, I think I want to grab some oak logs because I would actually like to use oak trapdoors with this. We're gonna grab just a few spruce slabs. I don't intend on using many. I'm trying to find if we have some more spruce wood because I definitely don't have enough. Oh yeah, we've got plenty in here. Okay. But I think I would like to get some oak trapdoors for this one. I'm gonna need more than that. And I have got some chains, although I am wondering if fences would maybe look better instead. Also, I'm gonna need some ladders. And my idea for this one, I need a nice tall tree. How about I could do this one? This one feels like it could be good. I think that's a Zelkova tree. Right, okay, I need to go and grab some Zelkova logs as well. Or maybe it shouldn't be Zelkova. Maybe, mangrove could work. But then, right, so we have our Zelkova tree over here. It's nice and tall, which I think makes this good. We're going to need to put a ladder all the way up here, and hopefully this doesn't cause the tree to decay too many leaves, because we are going to need to break a lot of them out of the way. But then I think we come up to a height like this, maybe. Let's go a little bit higher. We're going to connect to that log, I think. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some fences coming out this way. Sort of like that. That feels like it would be structurally sound. Then we'll bring some chains hanging down off of it. And I'm not entirely sure how low down to go for this. Let's see. Maybe to around this height or something I think is good. But then we're going to take the spruce trapdoors off of this. We can break that block and we're going to put a top spruce slab. We'll do those trapdoors there, then now I need the hay bales that we've got, and I'm just gonna scatter these around like that, I think. The feeder can go on top, and then we need to connect this up with the chains, just like that. There we go. And now I need to go and put a bunch of trapdoors on here, but I'm gonna need some temporary block. And this is where I wanted the oak trapdoor. So we can close up all of these, and look at this. We've got a nice little hanging feeder. I think that one is actually too high to be functional. I don't think that the Therizinosaurus is going to be able to eat out of that, but like, I just wanted it to be there for aesthetics. As for an actual functional feeder, we can probably go and do one of those tables again. But how does it look from over here? I like that. That feels like it fits in. And my question is, can you see it from the viewing log? Somewhat. I mean, it's there. So, I mean, if the Therizinosaurus was eating from it that way, then yeah, you could see it, although I wouldn't exactly say it's the best view. I think the other feeder we're going to do for it is going to be right over here somewhere, because this is where it likes hanging out. Oh my gosh, you're getting so big. How old are you now? You're age 10. Oh. Okay, so I think the other feeder's gonna need to go here. This is the only 3x3 spot I can actually see that's got space. But for this one, it's just another table feeder like that. And then, of course, we can go and put all of the wheat in here as well. I'm sure the hay bales fill this up quite a bit as well. What is going on over there? Are you okay? And with that, I think we're done with all the feeders. There we go. We have got feeders in all of the enclosures for all of our dinosaurs. I promise I will fill up some of the empty ones off camera and stuff. It's just I need to wait for eggs and wheat. And I'm sure we haven't forgotten about a single one. And I would say this has been a very successful episode. We've finally put the feeders in the enclosures, and we've also found out, like, a decent way of feeding most of them. Because, of course, like, all of the herbivores, we can farm stuff. And as for the carnivores, I guess we just need a massive egg farm or something. So for now, all I have left to say is thank you for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed. And next episode is episode 50. Which I'm pretty sure not only means, like, this is the longest running series on this channel by far in terms of episode number and stuff, but also some of you guys have requested something. You know, I can't ignore the fact that I've seen it a lot in the comments. There's just a certain dinosaur which you guys really seem to want me to get. But, you know, I'm sure it's nothing. I'll see you all next episode. It's not like we're gonna do any massive projects anytime soon.